Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another X-Men Evolution reaction for you guys. This is Season 2, Episode 15. I don't know the title, and I'll tell you why. So I got reached out to on my Discord server. Someone reached out direct message and said, hey, when you get to Episode 15, don't look at the title. It might spoil the episode for you. I'm like, okay. So after hearing that, I went to a friend of mine who I knew watched this show when it was first airing and everything, and I recently told him, because he saw on YouTube, he was like, oh, you're watching X-Men Evolution? I'm like, yeah, I'm finally watching it. I asked him the same question. Should I not look at the title? And he said after a little bit, it took him some time to get back to me. Unfortunately, it took a couple of days, but thankfully I wasn't, rushing to film this. He said, don't. Do not look at the title. I'm like, okay. So I did not look at the title, so I'm curious to see what the title is and what's happening here. So there's that. Last week's episode, Beast is Bigfoot. I loved it. Okay, it was a great episode, and I like the fact that we had two interesting storylines involving Hank, Beast, overlapping, in a sense to where we had one storyline to where he feels confined in the X-Mansion. He wants to get out. The opening of the episode, of course, he's running around the city at night or whatever, and the cops are chasing him and all that. And he feels like he can't get out because he's Beast, right? He just can't go out in public. And then you had a storyline where they think he's Bigfoot when he actually goes out on this trip, so that it's kind of overlapping in a sense because he's feeling like he can't be himself, but this is his new self that he has to kind of understand and kind of let it happen, right? Just let him be who he needs to be now. And that's what Kitty kind of referred to. And then now these people think he's Bigfoot. So they're overlapping. It was very interesting how they did it. And I really enjoyed the episode. And I really liked the outcome of it as well. To see some of the lesser known characters who now have appeared in Season 2 get more attention in the episode as well. So anyways, guys, let's dive in. Season 2, Episode 15. I can't wait to see what happens here. Let's go.
Bring the patient in.
Right away.
Patient?
They're ready.
Can't let our hands move, even a little. You
What?
understand?
What? What the hell is going on here?
Watch your hands!
Oh my god. Unfortunately, you have no chance. Jesus. Wanda? Okay, this makes much more sense now. This makes so much more sense.
You seem very angry today. I was hoping we'd make more
How
progress
often does he go see her?
to control that anger.
Excuse me for interrupting, Professor. I'm afraid we're going to have to cut Wanda's session short today. Got a few x-rays to take.
Something tells me that's not that doctor.
Nothing to get agitated about. I'm going to help you.
Good. Just keep her under control.
I knew it. I knew it. Should have known it was a mistake. Should have known.
I do need one teensy little favor. Your unbiased opinion of these muffins. Well,
Oh
how
boy.
does it taste?
Oh boy. Not good.
Something to wash the taste away.
Oh.
Excuse me. Not the guy I thought he was. It hasn't been that great. Not like it is
Well.
with you
Ooh.
and Karen.
Oh.
I think we need to get things out in the open.
Yes.
For a long time now, I've been...
No.
Oh, never mind him.
You know what? Why don't you just go on? He's waiting.
Damn. They're going to get things out in the open. This is what I've been waiting for. Come on.
Is that really you? Yeah, it's you. What happened to the team of tough mutants I assembled?
We'll use them for different reasons, though.
We're as tough as ever. They've outshined you on every level. And worse, one of you even tried joining them.
Let me guess. You must be Mystique.
Mystique.
Try Mystique. Not a good idea, Boom Boom.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh my god.
All you need to know is that I'm back, and those arrogant little X-Men are about to get knocked down a peg. Wanda?
Pietro?
She's enjoying it. She doesn't give a shit.
Girlfriend?
No.
Worse. She
She's out of control is the issue. Uh-oh.
That should give you some small idea of what she can do.
Are you out of your mind bringing Wanda
Yes, she
here?
is.
Can't you see how dangerous she is?
As you see, I've brought an old friend, Agatha Harkness, to teach her to focus.
I figured
her
it was. I
anger
just wanted to wait to
into
see if they're going to say her
unbeatable
name.
power.
Just what makes you think she's gonna cooperate with us?
When I downloaded Xavier's files from Cerebral,
Shit.
I found a complete
Shit.
psychological profile from his sessions with Wanda.
Room's all yours. Mystique.
She blew it up. Damn. Okay.
Have you seen Kitty? Yeah, she's been
What is he
looking
doing?
for
He hiding
something
from her?
about you being her official taste tester.
Okay, how do these muffins compare with my last 6 batches?
6 batches? Oh my god. It broke the floor.
What is the source of all this anger?
Her father. He abandoned her there years ago when she became unmanageable.
So now what? Maybe she just ran away.
No. Someone who may be planning to use those dangerous powers
She
of
is.
hers
Oh, she is.
against us.
You are correct.
Don't let it overtake you. Rage is strong, but
Ooh, the flashbacks.
stronger.
What?
It. Restrain the dark impulses.
Haircut.
Looks nice. Wanda, please. I know how hard it must have been on you.
You don't know anything.
You don't know, man.
I really didn't want him to leave you there.
So where's mom? They're saying where's mom? It's fucked up. And she saw them leaving too, yeah.
You should try to see it from his point of view.
Monsters don't have a point of view, and you're just like him.
Where do your loyalties lie? Me or him?
That's fair. That's a
You.
fair point.
Absolutely, no doubt. You think we're ready to go up against Magneto?
Almost.
Almost.
That's why I've arranged for a little test first.
If the loserhood is up to something,
Loserhood. The loserhood.
Without breaking a sweat.
All right, let's split
My
up.
god, that mall's
Jean,
massive.
Spike and I will take the
Jesus.
first floor. The rest of you check out the balconies.
Calm down.
Not your color anyway.
Uh-oh.
Lance.
And I don't want you hurt. Now shove off.
He's kind of, conflicted.
Out of my way, Lance.
Forget it. You gotta get out of here.
Nice dodge. All those TVs. Oh, come on. Damn.
Hi there and welcome to
Yep.
the Style.
Hey!
You've come to the right place, not a moment too soon. What do you think you're...
What happened?
Hey,
Come on. Throw him back, yeah. Send him back. Send him back where they came from. Yeah, you better run. Oh no, she has toe powers now. Oh shit. Oh shit, dude. Alright, I'm liking the look. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, exactly. Ugh, that's the problem. She can control pretty much their powers.
I can't close my eyes.
Oh, she's keeping his eyes open. Okay. You shouldn't have thought that.
how'd we get out here?
Can't stop her. She's too strong. We've got to retreat.
No.
Yeah, they have to. There's no way.
Yes, it is. Let's go.
We beat him.
No, you didn't.
finally
She did.
beat him.
All of them at once.
Thanks to our new secret weapon, the Scarlet Witch. You were great, Wanda. If our father had known.
Your father, not mine. He'll pay for what he did to me.
If it's anyone's fault,
That whole entire mall is
I should have been
fucked.
training you on how to handle someone like Wanda. Handling defeat is as much a mark of your character as coming home the victor. And from what I see, this was a lesson apparently much needed.
There you guys have it. Wow, this was a pretty big episode of the show for sure. And I'm glad that I didn't see the title, Because if I saw the Hex factor, I would have started to kind of guess maybe Wanda, maybe, or Magical, and then Agatha Harkness, of course, was in there as well. But the main thing now is we have now reached, in my opinion, a turning point in the series. And I'll tell you why. Now, we already had one like a few episodes ago, because we had the Apocalypse tease at the end of that episode, a number of episodes ago in this season. But to me, this is another turning point in the show where now things have now shifted, because now they have went up against somebody, and not Magneto, because Magneto, you know, they were able to fight back in a sense, but we had, what, I think 6 of them or so. I think it was 6 or 7. I think it was like 6. But anyways, we had a group of the X-Men working together, and these are the like some of the core characters outside of Wolverine and Storm that are of course still in school, but they've been there since season 1. And even Jean was there too, and they, you know, teased, you know, and I think it was early season 2, or it wasn't season 1, or was it season 1 sometime? But anyways, they had teased the Phoenix within her. All of them could not do anything to Wanda. They lost, okay? This is a turning point. They literally walked out of there defeated, not to the point like, oh, we gotta regroup. Like, there's nothing they could do. They literally all were not able to do anything to her. They attempted to, it didn't work at all. Wanda is so powerful. She is so powerful in this show, and where she is now, age-wise. Like, imagine if she was fully grown, like how powerful this version would be. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Double check and make sure we're recording. I don't know why I just thought that, but anyways, so this was really good. I like how the opening of the episode, Professor X going through these like doors or whatever, and there's codes and everything, and then they're gonna go get the patient or whatever, and then I'm like, who is, like, she's like destroying this stuff, throwing people around. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then once we get back from the intro and he says Wanda, I'm like, it clicks. It clicks in my head, like, immediately. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense that it's Wanda. It makes sense that it's Scarlet Witch. They actually say that at the end of the episode, by the way, the Scarlet Witch. But apparently he's been going to see her. Now, we didn't know this because a number of episodes back, Mystique pretend to be Risty or whatever that girl's name is, the purple hair that's in the school. We know this is Mystique or whatever. She stole a disc from from Cerebro full of like information on mutants. I'm assuming it features information on the actual X-Men that we've known from season 1, characters from season 2 that have been introduced because we see like files or whatever. In there was documentation notes of him visiting Wanda, and then that's how I guess she figured out where she is, when's the best time to take her to pretend to be a doctor for MRIs or whatever, and all that. And then I'm going to bring an old friend, Agatha Harkness, into the mix to try to help her to get some control, because in the middle of the episode, we see flashbacks. It kind of flashes a little bit, like you keep seeing like flashes of, but then we see like the full sequence where she's taken away at a young age, and there's Pietro, Quicksilver, and there's Magneto. No mother, no mention. I guess it really doesn't matter, but I mean, to me, I think it'd be interesting to see, okay, who is her, who are their mom exactly? But it's not really that important right now, and I don't think it's ever going to be important in the show. But the fact is that he dropped her off because she was so, like, you know, out of control. Like, he couldn't control her. He couldn't actually do anything. So he just threw her away, basically. Sent her off to there to basically be treated and all that kind of stuff. And that just made everything worse. And the ultimate goal, which I really appreciate that this show is doing, because it's not like to where, okay, we're going to introduce Pietro, Quicksilver's sister. Here's Wanda. Here's Scarlet Witch. Here she is. Blah, blah, blah. The layers here, because Mystique broke her out to, yes, do a test run on the X-Men to prove how strong she is and help her get in control with Agatha Harkness and everything. But it's really to get back at Magneto. It's really to go after him. That's the whole point. And she wants everything to be a part of that in terms of Mystique. And of course, Wanda wants to get revenge on her father. But she doesn't call him her father anymore. Like that little moment at the end where she won and Pietro's like, you know, I mean, if only Dad would have known how in control you are, like maybe things would have been different. And she's like, your father, not mine. And she called him a monster earlier. Like, she is in a point where she wants to kill him. Like, right, I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she is so angry. So I don't blame her. I don't blame her. So that's been the whole plan that Mystique's been building up to, it seems, for quite some time. And she is keeping the group together now. Bam Bam, whatever her name, not Bam Bam. I I forget her name, but she was there for a bit. She blew up the room as she left. But, or Boom Boom, that's her name. Boom, not Bam Bam. Boom Boom. Bam Bam's a completely different character. Boom Boom. So that funny moment where she had one and then they were throwing it around and they threw Toad in the other room holding it, it exploded. That was a great moment. I really enjoyed that funny moment. But she was there. I thought she was going to head back to the X-Mansion. Apparently she's not. I guess she's just out on her own again. I have no idea what's going to happen to her. But Mystique is back, taking control, and this is not good. And the ending of the episode was actually on a bad note. I was actually quite surprised. Like, I was on a bad note. Like, because they all walked away. They're walking past Professor X, not really paying too much attention to him. Like, they're just like, defeat, right? Defeat. So I don't blame them on that. I don't, because this is kind of an eye-opening situation here. They're not prepared for what's coming in terms of Apocalypse down the road. I'm hoping we get to him before the show ends. Like, I don't know. But for right now, this is like a turning point. Like, they don't know what to do in terms of facing her. So it's going to be about learning new skills, training, all that, to then hopefully overcome her. Because she was holding Scott's eyes open, so he's just firing everywhere. And then Jean was able to pick her up, and then she picked her up and everything. And then, of course, she had Spike. I forget his name. I always forget his name from time to time. But he's throwing his spikes, and she's turning around, throwing them right back at him. It's like, and then, of course, when Kitty tries to come through the floor, she gets stuck in the floor and all that. Like, it's just chaos. It's chaos. Then Nightcrawler, of course, using his teleportation, his Bamf, and then he transports outside. It wasn't planned that way. He was just going to transport somewhere else. It didn't work out. A couple things to note about this episode as well. Also, one more funny moment. I forgot to mention one more funny moment. But I'll get to the two significant relationship moments besides Pietro and Wanda, which I thought was a good conversation. That was pretty good. Obviously, she's really fucking mad. I think she's always gonna be mad at her brother, and until maybe there's a rekindling. Who knows? Probably not. Just depending on the way it's going, it's not going well. But another funny moment is where Kitty was using Kurt as her taste tester for her muffins, which was a complete disaster because he ate that first one in school. He's like, I need the taste out of my mouth. And then the last one, he thankfully was saved, and it dropped and it cracked the floor. Not good. Muffins are not supposed to crack the floor, by the way. So, like, Jesus Christ. Two things to note. Number one, I'll get to the more significant ones second. Number one, Kitty and Avalanche. So it's a weird dynamic because she's there obviously with the X-Men. He's there as a test run to see if they can take down the X-Men with their secret weapon, the Scarlet Witch. And he tells her to get out. But obviously she's not going to leave, but he tells her to get out. But, she's not listening. So it's like, I don't think this is going to work. This relationship, at least right now, because he's in a weird position where he's with them, the Brotherhood, or as Scott says, the Loserhood. But then he's like, you got to get out of here. Things are going to get crazy. And then he just starts fighting anyways, like, whatever. But he doesn't want to hurt her. He's conflicted. So he really needs to make a decision. And Mystique even asked Quicksilver about that. Say, where your loyalties lie, Magneto, or here with me. And he said, of course, Mystique, because he's like, Magneto was never really a father to me. So the loyalty thing. So I think he needs to make a decision in terms of, like, are you going to be loyal to the Brotherhood or loyal to Kitty? Because you seem to really care for her and boyfriend, girlfriend, and all that nonsense. Like, you got to figure that out, man. You got to figure it out pretty quick there, Avalanche boy. That face he makes. He doesn't really do it that much anymore, but every time, like, whatever faces he did. The second most significant thing, and we didn't actually have them talk. That's the word, really. It's been a day. Talk is Jean and Scott, because they were going to have a conversation about letting things out in the open, and then of course there's Duncan honk, and causing the whole mess. So he's like, we'll talk later. Obviously, we didn't get to later, so I'm hoping that happens within the season here or soon-ish, because we're getting, like, we know that they're supposed to end up being together. I feel like they know they're supposed to be together, Jean and Scott. They just really haven't reached that point, because Scott's like, oh yeah, because Jean's like mentions, that girl or whatever. She's like, well, he's not the guy I thought he was in terms of Duncan. Because he's like, but unlike you and I forget her name, Taryn or whatever her name is. And he's like, oh yeah, And then he said he wanted, let's get it out in the open. And I feel like that would have been the point where they would have just said, okay, we're done with the other people. We're going to be together now. Hasn't happened yet. So I'm expecting this conversation hopefully soon, but I'm expecting, based on how this episode ends, we're going to pick up with the team in not a great spot right now. So we'll see. But yeah, so overall, this was a really good episode of X-Men Evolution. I wasn't sure where we were going because I didn't know the title and everything, but now I'm so happy because to me, like I said, like the Apocalypse tease, and then teasing the Phoenix Force, or the the Phoenix within Jean, and now we have Wanda. Like, we've had some game changers within the show, and so I'm pretty excited to see where we go from here. I'm really enjoying X-Men Evolution. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.